At the very first light of morning, when the air remains cool and the land has not yet fully awakened, the journey of a strawberry begins quietly and without ceremony. A thin veil of mist drifts slowly above the fields, weaving gently between endless rows of green plants. Dew clings to each leaf, catching the soft glow of the rising sun as it lifts itself above the horizon. Beneath the foliage, strawberries rest heavy and red, shaped by soil, water, sunlight, and patient care. Nothing here is hurried, and nothing is forced. Every movement follows a rhythm established by nature long before human hands arrive. The fields remain calm and nearly silent, interrupted only by distant footsteps and the faint rustle of leaves brushing against fabric. Farmers move steadily between the rows, guided by experience rather than speed. Their steps are measured, their motions deliberate. They bend low, part the leaves, and gently twist ripe strawberries from their stems. Each fruit is held briefly in the hand and examined with practiced attention. Color is judged carefully. Firmness is tested with a light press. Shape is considered from every angle. Any strawberry that feels too soft, appears too pale, or shows even slight damage is left behind. Selection is precise because quality cannot be repaired later. It must be chosen correctly at the beginning. Years of knowledge guide these decisions. Farmers understand that even the smallest imperfection can affect texture, flavor, and shelf life long after harvest. They work patiently, knowing the success of every step ahead depends on what happens here. As the sun continues to rise, baskets slowly fill with deep red fruit. Each basket represents weeks of careful cultivation, protection from changing weather, controlled irrigation, and daily observation. These baskets hold more than strawberries. They hold trust in the process that follows. Once filled, the baskets are carried to shaded collection points at the edges of the fields. Here, strawberries are gently transferred into ventilated crates designed to protect the fruit from pressure and excess heat. The crates allow air to circulate freely, reducing moisture buildup and slowing the loss of freshness. Even at this early stage, temperature matters. Strawberries are delicate, and freshness begins to fade the moment harvesting ends. The next stage must begin without delay. Refrigerated trucks arrive quietly, their engines humming softly against the stillness of the morning. Inside, temperatures are already carefully set and monitored. The crates are loaded with precision, stacked in a way that prevents crushing and allows cold air to flow evenly around the fruit. No crate is forced into place. No fruit is handled roughly. Once the doors close, the cold chain begins. From this moment forward, temperature control becomes constant and uncompromising. The trucks pull away from the fields, leaving behind the calm of the countryside and carrying the strawberries toward a controlled environment built for precision. As the trucks travel along rural roads, the landscape gradually changes. Open farmland gives way to paved highways, warehouses, and industrial zones. The movement is steady, uninterrupted, and carefully timed. Inside the trucks, the strawberries remain unchanged, protected from heat, light, and time. Every kilometer traveled brings them closer to the next stage of transformation. Soon, the processing facility comes into view. It stands large and still against the horizon, designed with purpose and discipline. Clean lines, sealed entrances, and organized layouts reflect a commitment to hygiene and efficiency. This facility does not exist to replace nature, but to protect it. Here, technology is used not to rush the process, but to preserve what has already been achieved in the field. As the trucks approach the entrance, operations inside the facility are already in motion. Schedules are prepared, teams are ready, systems are calibrated. Timing matters because delays compromise quality. The goal is simple and uncompromising: maintain freshness without interruption. Before any crate enters the building, strict sanitation protocols are enforced. Workers prepare themselves carefully. Clean uniforms replace everyday clothing. Hair is fully covered. Gloves and masks are worn. Hands pass through automated sanitizing stations that clean thoroughly within seconds. Air shower systems remove dust and microscopic particles from clothing. Every step exists to reduce contamination and protect the product. Inside these walls, cleanliness is not occasional. It is constant. The strawberries are unloaded and guided toward the interior processing areas. Conveyor systems stand ready, aligned precisely to receive the fruit. Bright lighting illuminates stainless steel surfaces, revealing an environment designed for control. The air is cool and filtered, monitored continuously by sensors that track temperature and humidity. The atmosphere feels calm but purposeful, like a space where nothing is left to chance. As the first crates are opened and strawberries begin moving forward, the transition is complete. What began as a quiet harvest at sunrise has now entered a system built to preserve quality at scale. The field has done its work. The next chapter is ready to begin, guided by precision, discipline, and care. As the strawberries cross the threshold of the processing facility, the environment around them changes immediately. The warmth of the outside world is replaced by a cool, carefully regulated atmosphere. Conveyor belts stand ready, aligned with precision, waiting to receive the fruit. The transition from field to factory is seamless, designed to protect freshness without interruption. Every second matters and every movement is planned. Before the strawberries can move further, the people who work inside the facility must complete their own preparation. Workers step into designated changing areas and replace everyday clothing with clean uniforms intended for specific zones within the factory. Hair is fully covered to prevent contamination. Gloves are fitted carefully, and masks are secured. Hands pass through automated sanitizing stations that clean and disinfect thoroughly in seconds. Air shower systems remove dust and microscopic particles from clothing. These steps are repeated daily, without exception, because hygiene is not optional here. It is foundational. Once cleared, the strawberries begin their journey along the processing line. Conveyor belts carry them forward at a steady, controlled pace. The sound of machinery fills the space with a consistent rhythm, calm and deliberate. Stainless steel surfaces reflect bright lighting, making every detail visible. The air is filtered and cool, monitored continuously by sensors that track temperature, humidity, and airflow. This environment is designed to eliminate unpredictability. The first stage of processing is sorting. As strawberries move forward, high-speed cameras positioned above the conveyor belts scan each fruit in milliseconds. Intelligent systems analyze color consistency, size, shape, and surface condition with remarkable accuracy. A slight bruise, uneven coloration, or irregular texture is detected instantly. Technology identifies imperfections that would be impossible for the human eye to catch at this speed. Despite this advanced automation, machines do not operate alone. Trained workers stand alongside the conveyor belts, watching closely as the strawberries pass. Their experience allows them to recognize subtle issues that technology may not fully interpret. A fruit that looks acceptable by data alone may still be unsuitable by human judgment. When necessary, workers gently remove strawberries that do not meet the required standard. This collaboration between technology and people ensures both speed and care. Sorting is not about perfection for appearance alone. It is about consistency, safety, and quality throughout the rest of the process. Each strawberry that moves forward must meet strict criteria, because any flaw can affect freezing, blending, or packaging later. Once sorting is complete, the strawberries continue to the next stage without delay. The washing system is designed to clean thoroughly while preserving the fruit's natural structure. Strawberries pass through multiple baths of purified, temperature-controlled water. The first stage removes surface dirt and debris. Subsequent stages focus on reducing microorganisms. Food-safe sanitization methods are applied carefully, eliminating harmful bacteria without altering taste or texture. A final rinse with clean water ensures no residues remain. Sensors monitor every aspect of the washing process. Water quality, temperature, pressure, and flow rate are measured continuously. Any variation is corrected immediately. Cleanliness here is not assumed. It is measured, verified, and documented. This attention to detail ensures safety while protecting the delicate nature of the fruit. After washing, excess moisture is removed gently. The strawberries move forward clean, bright, and intact. At this point, the processing line begins to divide, depending on the final use of the fruit. Some strawberries will remain whole, while others will be prepared for further processing. Preparation begins with cutting. Advanced cutting machines are calibrated to handle strawberries with precision and care. Blades are engineered to be sharp enough for clean cuts, while remaining gentle enough to preserve the fruit's internal structure. Uniform slices and dices are essential, not only for visual consistency, but also for even freezing and blending later in the process. Some strawberries are sliced thinly for use in yogurts and layered desserts. Others are diced for fillings and bakery applications. Whole strawberries continue forward untouched, destined for premium frozen packs or decorative toppings. Each path is carefully controlled, ensuring the fruit is handled only as much as necessary. Workers monitor the cutting process closely. Slice thickness, size, and consistency are checked regularly. Any deviation is corrected immediately. The goal is uniformity without waste. Every strawberry that moves forward has been cleaned, inspected, and prepared according to strict standards. Throughout this stage, timing remains critical. Strawberries do not sit idle. The flow from sorting to washing to cutting is continuous, preventing temperature fluctuations and maintaining freshness. The system is designed to move smoothly, without bottlenecks or delays. As the prepared strawberries move beyond the cutting area, they are ready for the next phase of transformation. The factory has done its work carefully and deliberately. What began as a harvest guided by human hands has now passed through layers of technology, hygiene, and control. Each step has been designed to preserve what nature provided. The strawberries continue forward, unchanged in character, but refined in readiness. The foundation has been set. The next stage will test the balance between science and preservation, where temperature and timing determine whether freshness is truly locked in. As the prepared strawberries move forward, they enter the most technically sensitive phase of the entire process. Up to this point, cleanliness, handling, and preparation have protected the fruit. Now, science takes the lead. Temperature, timing, and precision will determine whether freshness is truly preserved or slowly lost. This stage demands absolute control. The strawberries enter the freezing area, where the air immediately feels sharper and colder. Large insulated tunnels stretch ahead, designed specifically for individually quick freezing. Conveyor belts carry the fruit forward in a single layer, ensuring that each strawberry is exposed evenly to the freezing environment. There is no stacking, no crowding, and no contact that could cause clumping. Separation is essential. Powerful streams of cold air move rapidly around the strawberries. Temperatures drop to extreme levels within seconds. This speed is intentional. Rapid freezing prevents the formation of large ice crystals inside the fruit. Instead of rupturing cell walls, the freezing process locks the internal structure in place. Color remains vibrant. Aroma stays contained. Texture and flavor are preserved as close to fresh as possible. A thin layer of frost forms on the surface of each strawberry as it passes through the tunnel. Despite the cold, the fruit remains intact and visually appealing. Engineers monitor the process constantly. Screens display temperature curves, airflow rates, and belt speeds in real time. Any deviation from target conditions triggers immediate adjustment. This stage allows no margin for error. Once frozen, the strawberries exit the tunnel and move into a controlled holding area. Here, they stabilize at low temperatures before proceeding further. Some of the strawberries will remain whole, destined for final packaging. Others continue onward into blending and processing zones, where they will take on new forms. In the blending area, frozen strawberries are transferred into large industrial mixers. These machines are designed to handle frozen fruit without damaging flavor or structure. Computer-controlled systems regulate mixing speed, duration, and temperature. Exact quantities are measured carefully for each batch, ensuring consistency across production runs. The blending process transforms whole fruit into smooth purees, sauces, and fillings. Only natural ingredients are added. Sugar levels are adjusted precisely, and in some cases, complementary fruits are introduced to achieve specific flavor profiles. No artificial colors or synthetic flavors are used. The goal is not to overpower the strawberry, but to allow its natural character to remain central. As the mixers operate, the environment remains tightly controlled. Temperature sensors ensure the product never warms beyond safe limits. Overheating could compromise flavor and texture. Every detail is monitored, recorded, and verified. This data becomes part of the product's traceability, linking each batch to its processing conditions. Despite advanced automation, human involvement remains essential. Technicians collect samples from each batch during blending. These samples are evaluated for texture, consistency, and aroma. Taste testing follows. Trained palates assess balance, sweetness, acidity, and overall flavor. Technology can measure numbers, but taste remains a human responsibility. If a batch fails to meet standards, adjustments are made immediately. Mixing ratios are corrected. Timing is refined. No product moves forward without approval. This commitment ensures consistency without sacrificing authenticity. Every accepted batch reflects both scientific control and human judgment. Quality control does not end with blending. Throughout this stage, microbiological tests are conducted regularly. Samples are taken to verify safety and compliance with food standards. Equipment is cleaned and sanitized between batches to prevent cross-contamination. Documentation is updated continuously, ensuring transparency and accountability. While blending continues, whole frozen strawberries move along a separate path toward packaging preparation. They remain untouched, preserved exactly as they were when frozen. Their journey through freezing has locked in freshness, allowing them to retain visual appeal and structural integrity. In both whole and processed forms, strawberries now represent a refined product. They have moved beyond raw agriculture and entered the realm of engineered preservation. Yet their identity remains unchanged. They are still strawberries, defined by their natural qualities rather than artificial enhancement. As processing continues, coordination between departments remains constant. Communication ensures that timing aligns across freezing, blending, and quality control. Delays are avoided, bottlenecks are prevented, efficiency is maintained without rushing. This balance between speed and caution defines the success of the operation. Moving too slowly risks temperature fluctuation. Moving too fast risks error. The system is designed to maintain equilibrium, guided by data and experience. By the time strawberries leave this stage, they have passed through one of the most critical transformations of their journey. Freshness has been preserved through science. Flavor has been protected through restraint. Quality has been confirmed through human evaluation. The strawberries now stand ready for their final steps. They carry within them the result of careful cultivation, disciplined processing, and constant oversight. What remains is to protect that quality through packaging, storage, and distribution, ensuring it reaches the world exactly as intended. As strawberries complete their journey through freezing and processing, the final responsibility becomes protection. Everything that has been preserved through discipline and precision must now be secured. This stage is not about transformation, but about safeguarding quality until the moment of use. The strawberries move into the packaging area, where automation and accuracy work together. Machines stand in clean, controlled rows, calibrated to handle delicate products without damage. Whole frozen strawberries and processed strawberry products arrive on separate lines, each following its own packaging protocol. Timing remains critical. Exposure to warmer temperatures is minimized, and the flow never stops. Food-grade packaging materials are prepared in advance. These materials are designed to prevent contamination, block moisture, and protect against oxygen. Automated systems fill, seal, and secure each package under vacuum conditions. Removing air reduces oxidation and extends shelf life naturally, without preservatives. Seals are checked continuously to ensure integrity. Any imperfect package is removed immediately. Each package receives a label containing detailed traceability information. Production date, batch number, processing line, and origin are recorded. This information allows every product to be traced back through its entire journey, from factory floor to agricultural source. Transparency is essential, not only for regulation, but for trust. Once sealed and labeled, the strawberries move into cold storage. Large insulated chambers maintain stable temperatures and controlled humidity. Sensors line the walls, ceilings, and storage racks. Data is collected continuously. Backup systems stand ready to activate if any fluctuation occurs. The environment remains quiet and steady, designed to hold quality in suspension. Inside storage, logistics teams coordinate movement carefully. Inventory is organized by destination, priority, and shipping schedule. No product sits longer than necessary. Rotation is planned to maintain freshness and efficiency. The strawberries are no longer simply stored. They are managed as part of a precise distribution system. When shipping time arrives, refrigerated transport vehicles are prepared. Temperatures are verified before loading begins. Pallets are transferred efficiently, minimizing exposure. Doors are sealed quickly. From this point forward, the cold chain continues uninterrupted. Every kilometer traveled is monitored. Every delivery follows a planned route. The strawberries travel to a wide range of destinations. Some are delivered to bakeries where skilled pastry chefs await their arrival. Others reach dairy producers who incorporate them into yogurts and frozen desserts. Some travel farther still, crossing borders to reach international markets. Distance does not change the requirement. Quality must remain constant. At bakeries, the packages are opened carefully. The strawberries retain their color, structure, and aroma. Chefs slice, layer, and decorate with confidence. Cakes take shape, each layer balanced in flavor and appearance. The strawberries do not dominate the dessert. They complement it, providing freshness and natural sweetness. In dairy facilities, strawberries are blended into smooth mixtures. They are combined with milk, cream, and cultures under controlled conditions. Ice creams freeze evenly. Yogurts remain consistent. The strawberries integrate seamlessly, yet their presence is unmistakable. Their flavor defines the product. Throughout these final applications, quality checks continue. Storage temperatures are verified. Handling procedures are followed. Standards established at the factory extend beyond its walls. Responsibility does not end with production. It follows the product until consumption. Behind every step of this journey are people. Workers on the production floor maintain focus through long shifts. Inspectors verify standards repeatedly. Engineers monitor systems and perform maintenance before problems arise. Supervisors coordinate timing, communication, and workflow. Each role supports the next. For many workers, the factory represents more than employment. It represents stability, growth, and opportunity. Skills are developed. Training programs introduce new technologies. Experience leads to advancement. Families depend on this consistency. Communities grow stronger as a result. The impact extends beyond the factory walls. Farmers benefit from reliable demand and clear quality standards. This stability allows investment in better cultivation practices, irrigation, and sustainability. The partnership between agriculture and industry becomes a shared system of responsibility. As seasons change, processes adapt. Harvest volumes fluctuate. Weather affects timing. Technology responds. Flexibility is built into the system without sacrificing standards. This balance ensures resilience, even when conditions are unpredictable. Eventually, strawberries reach consumers. They are purchased from stores, served in cafes, or prepared at home. They appear on birthday cakes, in breakfast bowls, and in desserts shared after meals. These moments are brief but meaningful. They represent the final purpose of a long journey. Most people never see the fields, the factory, or the systems behind the product. They experience only flavor, texture, and freshness. Yet within that experience lies the work of countless hands, precise machines, and disciplined processes. From the first light of morning in the field to the final moment of enjoyment, nothing is accidental. Every step exists to protect quality, safety, and trust. The strawberry begins as a fragile fruit and becomes a reliable ingredient through care and control. This journey is shaped by nature, guided by